Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 47, day 1 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every morning, well, every day, Monday through Friday. We are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive, Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to give, okay, so we're following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar. You can buy it at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. If you love positive affirmations and you love music therapy, if you love essential oils and you love aromatherapy, I think you're going to really enjoy this book. It's very simple in its format, but it can be very profound in the choices that it helps us to make. The affirmation for the entire week is a different one, and it says, I am the only one thinking my thoughts, and I have the power to heal all past rules. You know how I like to tweak the affirmation. So for me, I'm going to say, I have the power with God to heal all past wounds. I have the power with God through the atonement of Christ to heal all past wounds. Okay, and then I am the only one thinking my thoughts. I thought that was a very, very interesting one to say, I'm the only one thinking my thoughts. And well, what does that mean to me? And I'll probably be exploring this a little bit more as we go throughout the week, but the first thoughts that I had on the affirmation is I'm the only one sharing my thoughts. And so if I want my space to be a certain way, if I want people to interact with me in a certain way, I need to share that with them because they are not mind readers. And so just never assuming that someone knows what's on our mind. Like if we have birthdays or anniversaries, not assuming that just because we're dropping hints, people know what we want and what we're hoping for. So just sharing our thoughts. And the other thing is, I think God inspires us each with our own unique wisdom. And he wants he wants us to share that with the world, to let our light shine, to be that candle on a candlestick, giving light to the whole house, giving light to all around us. So if you have a thought on something, maybe on love, or on good ways to live, or on good ways to do the laundry, or how to get a better job, if you have a thought on politics or whatever, I hope you will share that with people in your community. Hop on to social media, share it kindly. In that way, I know I don't have to say kindly to you, but there's a lot of negativity, and people might even say meanness on social media, and we don't want to go down that mean path. We want to choose love. There's always we always have a choice. We have a choice of love, or we have a choice of hate, and we always want to choose the loving path. That's the path that leads to happiness. So sharing our ideas and our feelings and our knowledge with the world in loving ways. Okay, if you have other thoughts on I'm the only one thinking my thoughts, please put them into the comments. We would love to hear them. The affirmation for today is, what people think of me is none of my business. What people think of me is none of my business. I've done a lot of things that a lot of people could think of in different ways. I homeschool my children, and when I started homeschooling, that was not a popular option, but I felt called to pursue that greater educational interaction with me and my children. And and what a blessing it's been to our life. But what other people thought about me, I didn't need to know that. And I have 9 living children, and 5 of those, let me see, 5 we all have different missions to pursue or perform on earth. And so and so people might not have liked that. I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ. I believe in God. I believe in heaven. And there might be some people that don't like that choice. And you know what? Is that okay? It is. We don't all have the same thoughts to be friends. I think that's profound, so I'm going to repeat it again, even though it's quite obvious. We don't all have to have like the same things, have the same thoughts, even have the same values to be friends. We can be friends, and loving and kind and respectful and interactive with everyone. So, I'm reminded of this story. And and growing up, I loved the Wizard of Oz books. Yes, there's that book, The Wizard of Oz. But then there's I think there's 12 or 14. I think there's 14 books in the original series that L. Frank Baum wrote. And in one of the stories, Dorothy finds this book. And it's the book that she can look in and learn whatever she needs to learn. And she's looking up something, and then she gets curious, and then she kind of turns the pages, and she sees 2 of her friends talking about her. And she loved these friends, and then when she saw them talking about her, it spoiled something in her heart. Now, do friends sometimes say things that they don't even mean? Yes. Do friends sometimes get exasperated over us, our actions? Yes. Do they sometimes have to talk just to work out their feelings? Yes. Is that okay? Sure. I mean, as long as they're not gossiping, right? We don't want to gossip. But and so when Lucy looked at what she didn't need to look at and what she really shouldn't have been looking at, she was hurt. We don't need to know what everyone thinks of us, right? What matters? It matters what we think about ourselves, and it matters what God thinks about us. We want to be true to our own consciences and live in that path and not matter. It doesn't matter. Like if you don't like my dress, well, that's okay. And if you don't like my hair, that's okay. If you don't like the way I talk, that's okay. And really, I don't need to know that. If you do like anything, go ahead and tell me. But we don't. What other people think about us shouldn't be the number one thing that matters. I know it is a lot of times when we're teenagers, especially in junior high and high school. What other people think about us matters a ton. But in looking at the long view, what other people think of us doesn't matter at all. What matters is what we think about ourselves and what God thinks about us. Okay, so that's the affirmation for today. If we're getting bent out of shape over what other people think about us, well, how can we pull ourselves back into what's really important, right? Don't let people who are criticizing pull you away from the path that you should be pursuing. Okay, going on to the song for the week. The song for the week is Let It Go by, I'm going to say this wrong, Anyway, Idina. Caleb, do you know how to say that? Who wrote Let It Go? He doesn't know. Anyway, I'm sure most people in the world know who wrote this song, but Idina Menzel. Idina Menzel. Anyway, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. It's a beautiful song, and you sing it beautifully. Anyway, like you're all going to be watching my, who knows who's watching. Anyway, but letting it go. We're going to be letting go of past hurts. We're going to be letting go of how people think about us. We're going to be letting go this week of a lot of things that we just don't need to carry. The diffuser blend for this week is 3 drops each of geranium and grapefruit. You're going to love the combination. Here's a little bit about geranium. So, geranium essential oil is called the oil of balance for very, very good reasons. It was used by the ancient Egyptians for promoting beautiful and radiant skin, and has a smell like a rose. In fact, a lot of people think of geranium as rose's little sister. So, rose is highly expensive because it takes so many, I can't remember exactly, but I'm going to say 1,200 rose blooms to make a 5-ounce bottle of rose essential oil. So it takes a lot of roses to make a bottle of it, of rose oil. So true and pure rose oil is very expensive. Geranium is not as expensive at all, and yet it has many of the same qualities as rose. So again, I like to think of geranium as rose's little sister. It's not going to be as potent, it's not going to pack the power that rose does. So I definitely have rose, and I would recommend buying it. But geranium is a great kind of second choice for more minor things that you're trying to solve. Geranium is a very gentle oil, and it can be used on pretty much anyone, any time, anywhere. I thought that's any tear. That means anytime, anywhere. Okay, physically it's known as the woman's oil because of its menstrual and menopausal benefits. It stimulates the adrenal cortex, and which helps to balance the hormones. It has a stimulating effect on the lymphatic system, which helps to dispose of waste products and water. It acts as a tonic to our circulation system. So you can put a couple drops into coconut oil, olive oil, whatever oil, carrier oil you like to use, and then gently massage that onto your skin to boost circulation and to for good vein health. You can also, it's supportive to the tissues and the nerves. You can also use that same combination if you've been out in the cold too much and you want to bring some good circulation back to your hands and to your feet. Massaging like 1 to 2 drops into a tablespoon, putting 1 to 2 drops into like a tablespoon of coconut oil or olive oil, your favorite carrier oil, massaging that gently into your hands to bring the circulation back. Help to bring the circulation back, massaging that gently into your feet to help to bring the circulation back into your feet at times when you've been out in the cold too long. It's supportive to the liver and the gallbladder, and it can help with the discharge of toxins that way. Now, when you say liver and gallbladder, those are 2 organs that I know from Chinese medicine. The liver is where Chinese medicine believes that we store anger. The gallbladder is where Chinese medicine believes we store rage. And so when we're talking about being supportive and nurturing to those organs, it's going to help them work better, which should emotionally help discharge and get out of our systems the anger and the rage. Because it's very supportive physically to our liver too. This is a great oil for when babies are just born, maybe their liver isn't kicking in 100% right yet. And to put just like a drop or I would do one drop only into like a tablespoon of coconut oil or olive oil, again, whatever carrier oil you like, and then just give the little babies a foot massage, just a very, very gentle foot massage, stimulating those reflexology points on their feet and help letting that geranium enter their system and help to nurture the liver into working its best. Geranium is neuroprotective. It is very supportive to the respiratory tract. If I was using it for the respiratory tract, I would probably be combining it with either lime oil or eucalyptus oil. Both of them are so supportive to our respiratory tract. They're going to help open up our airways, help breathing become easier, and help to get out some of the gunk and the congestion that can accumulate in our lungs. Geranium has anti-inflammatory properties. It's beautiful to our skin. You can put a drop of into your moisturizer. It can help with teens who are trying to clarify their complexion. It can help with us that are aging to help us just keep beautiful, nurture beautiful skin. Oh, and it's so good. If you have other skin issues, you're going to love geranium on how it can help soothe those conditions. It's great for your hair. Now, it does two things when you use it on your hair. You can put a drop into your conditioner, and that can help balance out oily hair. And you can also put a drop into your shampoo, and that's going to be very, very helpful for those that have dandruff. Geranium is great for repelling insects. So you can put 5 drops into a diffuser to help keep the mosquitoes away. And you can, if you need like a stronger kind of bug repellent, go ahead and mix a couple drops of your citronella into it. Now, we all know that what an oil does physically, it also does emotionally. So if there are just things that are bugging you, right, it's going to help us process through that, help us deal with those in a healthier way. It's great for stress or tension. When that stress or tension is preventing you from getting a good night's sleep, what you can do is you can just put like a drop of geranium oil into like just one of those little tiny spray bottles, like those 1 ounce spray bottles. Spray that on your pillow. Use that as a linen spray. You can also put just a drop on your pillow if you don't like putting oil on your pillow. You can put a drop on a cotton ball and put that kind of into your pillow, just giving that a beautiful geranium smell, helping you relax, let go, release that stress. It's great for slowing down bleeding. So if you get a nosebleed, you can just take your bottle. Caleb, can you give me the geranium oil? I think it's just right there on the desk. You can take a drop of geranium oil, and not even a drop. Basically, I just take the lid off and then just kind of put just a fraction of a drop on my finger and put it right there under my nose, and see if that doesn't help stop the nosebleed sooner. Geranium has both antibacterial and antifungal properties, so you can put a drop of the geranium oil into coconut oil and then apply that to cuts, abrasions, helping that. And so if you have a sore throat, you can diffuse geranium oil. You can kind of make sure you're sitting close to the diffuser. You can kind of even do like a little tent and see how that works for you. Some people love doing little tents when they're using essential oil. Some people don't. So you're gonna do what's best for you. You always want to do, when you're using essential oils, you will always want to see how that's working with your own body. But that can help, just in getting the essential oils can help relieve a sore throat. Geranium oil has a floral scent, and so some people love to use it as an aphrodisiac. Geranium oil can be a beautiful natural deodorant. So you can put 5 drops into, again, that 1 ounce spray bottle, or a roller bottle. And then you can just spray it underneath your arm. So that's a beautiful, beautiful natural deodorant for us. Check out the studies if you're wanting to have babies and you want to do something to support fertility naturally. Check out the studies on geranium essential oil and fertility. Here's one. I'm just going to share one that I found with you. So this one is by Slima, Slima, and it was done in 2013. And it's a study done on mice and ingesting geranium essential oil. And here's what it said. They exposed male mice to a harmful insecticide excuse me, that was known to cause sperm damage. And they split them up into two groups, the control group and the group that was going to get the geranium essential oil. And they were the group that got this geranium essential oil was successfully treated through the geranium oil's antioxidant effects. Compared to the control group, the oral administration of geranium oil prevented testicular oxidative damage, reduced lipid peroxidation, and improved total sperm motility, viability, and morphology in mice spermatozoa. Anyway, so it boosted the male sperm and made them healthier when protected against the damage that could be done by insecticides. The geranium did that. Again, that study was from Slima. I'm going to guess it's Slima, and in 2013. And you can look up that study for yourself on the internet. Now, I told you that they were feeding mice geranium essential oil. Can we take geranium essential oil internally? Well, I would definitely say it depends on your brand, because not all brands of essential oils are created equally. But yes, you can if you have a certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil. And doTERRA is that. I love doTERRA. When I'm talking about taking oils internally, the only brand that I would ever trust to take internally is doTERRA essential oils. And here is why. Because they third-party test every single bottle, every single batch of essential oils. And then they put the batch number on the bottom of the bottle. You can type in your batch number and see all of the you can go to a site called Source to You, type in your batch number of your essential oil and see all of the tests that have been performed on your oil and all of the results. So I love how committed doTERRA is to pursuing what is pure. And so yes, you can ingest doTERRA geranium essential oil. And can you ingest every single oil that doTERRA makes? No, because some plants are made to be ingested and some plants aren't. But you can easily tell if a doTERRA oil is meant to be ingested because it will have the supplement facts on your bottle, and it will also say for internal use. So if it doesn't have the supplement facts, or if it says use topically or aromatically, then don't use it internally. But yes, geranium is a beautiful, gentle oil that we can use internally for many different benefits. Just to let you know, there are 70 different studies on aromaticscience.com that have been done by people around the world on the benefits of geranium essential oil, and they're very, very varied. They're very varied. That's funny. Anyway, there's the emotional benefits of geranium essential oil. It's a super gentle oil. It can bring alertness and calmness to our minds. I love that. Alert and calm. It's great to use when you're totally stressed out, when you have too much on your mind. It can help relieve anxious feelings. Sometimes people who are in a profound sadness or they feel this profound darkness weighing them down, can be lifted by oils that are flower oils. Almost every flower oil bloom, well, not every flower oil, but many flower oils bloom in the summer, and these seem to be the best at helping to relieve some of those dark or profoundly sad feelings. So oils that are good for that: lavender, geranium, neroli, ylang-ylang, and the queen of them all, rose. These flower oils help to invoke the memories from warm and sunny days where we have beautiful associations from their smells. Geranium can help bring a quiet courage that isn't combative, but a quiet belief in ourselves and that everything is going to be okay. Geranium can help us slow down and help us enjoy life. It can help people who have trust issues, help them to open up their hearts. It helps to soothe broken hearts. It's a powerful oil to help release emotional baggage, which is definitely what we're trying to do this week. It can help us put down the baggage of old relationships and see, hey, this is a new relationship. This is a new person. I am not going to treat this new person the way I would have treated that old person because of what that old person did. And two, it can help us in our present relationships, if we've had a longer relationship, to not treat our present spouse or partner or friend, whatever, like we did, like they were in the past. People grow, people change, and we need to treat people as they are acting today, not as they acted yesterday or last month or last year. It can be beautiful to helping us treat ourselves with new eyes, see ourselves with new eyes, and recognize we're not the same as we were, yesterday or last month or last year either. Treating ourselves differently as we evolve, right? As we're human and we're living, we are changing, and let's celebrate and recognize those changes. A beautiful affirmation to use for that is, I create myself new each day and allow others to be new people each day as well. Geranium can help remind us that the world is good and that most people in the world have great intentions. Maybe not everything goes perfectly, but people have loving hearts and good intentions. It can help bring up the pain from the past so that we can work through it. It can help bring balance to stormy relationships or one that has unresolved issues, because it helps with communication, it helps with calmness, and it can help dispel defensive feelings. Geranium can help bring a balance to masculine and feminine energies, and it can help iron out the differences or the frictions between the genders, right? Do boys act like girls? No. Do women act like men? No. We all have our uniqueness and our differences, and those should be celebrated and not put down. It's great to diffuse at home to help create a loving environment. It's great to diffuse when you're going into places where you think that one gender might, or even one person might be domineering, to make sure that our interactions are harmonious. Now, geranium, if you use it at night, it does have a reputation of bringing on more vivid dreams. So play around with that. Maybe that's something you like, and maybe that's what the effect it has on you. Maybe it's something you don't like. If you don't like it, don't use it. There is plenty of other essential oils that can help us get a good night's rest, like lavender, petitgrain, bergamot. The list goes on. Rum and chamomile. Geranium is a beautiful oil to help us remind ourselves that life happens for us, not to us. And can help us look for the good in what is happening. It's great for people whose drive and ambition interferes with sensitivity and spontaneous joy. It's a potent oil for people whose moods are up one minute and down the next. It can help balance out those moods. It can help release negative memories and emotions. It's great to sweep away negative patterns. Again, it's supportive to the liver and gallbladder, so we're cleaning out the anger and releasing the rage. It helps to foster positive thought patterns, helping us feel peace for today and hope for tomorrow. Now, geranium can blend very good with lime. We talked about blending geranium with lime for respiratory issues, but that blend can also be very, very good for helping deeply rooted emotional wounds. If you can blend it with clary sage to help bring the hormones more into balance. If you want a heart healing blend, you can blend it with ylang-ylang, rose, or tea tree essential oil. Now, tea tree is going to be an oil that helps us set boundaries, and that can help when we have healthy boundaries. It can help us to release some wounds of the past, and maybe not get be able to deal with things differently, so we don't get wounds now. Although, when life happens and is no one's perfect, we're going to rub up against each other wrong sometimes and accidentally hurt each other, but geranium can help with that. To lift sadness and darkness, you can blend 4 drops of geranium oil with 1 drop of jasmine and 1 drop of vetiver into a 10 ml roller bottle of either fractionated coconut oil, or you can use aloe vera gel, and then just rub that on the insides of your wrists or your knees when you're feeling low. Okay, those are some of the beautiful benefits of geranium essential oil. Remember, the diffuser blend for this week is 3 drops of geranium essential oil and 3 drops of grapefruit essential oil. The song for today, for the entire week, is Let It Go. I know it comes from Disney's Frozen, which is a fun movie. I actually like Frozen 2 better. But anyway, the affirmation for today is, what other people think of me is none of my business. What matters most is what I think of me and what God thinks of me. And the affirmation for the entire week is, I am the only one thinking my thoughts, and I have the power with God to heal all past wounds. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, reminding us all that we have this incredible power within us, with God, to make every day a great day. Bye-bye.